Hey everyone, welcome to Wrestletalk My Personas. We're gonna get right into it. I have 6 personas that I use for wrestling, whether it's a wrestling game or if I wrestle around with my family members and stuff like that. Um, First one is obviously we're gonna start out with just me, Douglas Palm. Uh, Signature moves for him or this character as myself are super kick and ankle lock. Finishers, the palm cutter, which is an RKO, and the frog splash. Entrance themes or music that I use more so in the wrestling game as their entrance themes. The first one that he's ever had was "These Are My People" by Rodney Atkins. Second one was "Hello World" by Diggy. And the current one he has is "Remember the Name" by Fort Minor. The reason why I made him was he is me, pretty much. If you see me looking over here, it's because I have notes. I always dreamed of being a wrestler. I even wrestled with my family members before. By the age of 10, I had my own wrestling moves, key moves, and everything like that. I broke my cousin's ankle doing an ankle lock. But we still wrestle from here and there. But now that high school is coming to a close for me, I am currently a senior. I'm looking to get into wrestling, whether it's backyard wrestling or regular wrestling or training for wrestling. Also, it will always be a passion of mine, whether I do eventually get into wrestling or not. It will always be a passion of mine of wrestling. And the special information about this persona is which is true about me myself, anyways, cite Shawn Michaels, Finn Balor, T.J. Perkins, Eddie Guerrero, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles as my influences in getting into wrestling if I do, and you will see some of their moves incorporated into my personas, like the frog splash, for instance. Moving on to the second persona, which is Little Wolf, which is what my YouTube channel is, and my nickname is on my Facebook page as well. So, his signatures are the Asian Mist, aka the Poison Mist, and Super Kick. His finishers are the lifting double underhook face buster, which he calls the Alpha's Call, or I call it the Alpha's Call. The cross-legged triangle choke, which I call the Alpha's Lock. And his only ever entrance theme was the Animal by Disturbed. Why I made him? Well, I love mythology. It's another one of my favorite things. And one of my favorite types of mythology is werewolves. They always seemed interesting to me for some reason. I think it also has to come from the TV show on MTV, Teen Wolf. I'm a big fan of that show. Lastly, my little brother's nickname from me was Little Wolf. And if you know me on a personal level, this is a touchy subject. So he will always be motivation to me. Special info. The theme song for this was chosen by my cousin Dale Reichard, and he is the base character on my Facebook weekly series, Rise of the Dog Pound. So he's one of the main people on there. The third persona is Sinister. His signatures are the Famouser, aka the Death Driller, and the Codebreaker, which is Lights Out. Finishers are the Single Underhook Facebuster, which he calls the Wicked Ways, and Arm Lock Stunner, which he calls the Psycho Killer. And he used to do a curb stomp. However, I discontinued that move when they discontinued it in WWE. His entrance theme, the original one, was Wicked Ways by Eminem. Then it went to Panic Room by Theory of a Dead Man. And then now it is currently Hell is Bells by AC/DC. Why I made him, when I was younger, I was diagnosed with bipolar and other conditions. I started having many issues in life, including fighting my mom and family to go to school, and getting into trouble at school. So I quickly got a label in school of that weird kid or that psychotic crazy kid that doesn't want to go to school. And so Sinister is pretty much my way to show that psychotic slash crazy side. And special effect info, he originally was supposed to be similar to Mankind, Mick Foley's character. However, over time he pretty much got his own character and his own base moves and everything. We're going to move on to the fourth one, which is Hellhound. Again, he does the Asian Mist, aka the Poison Mist, and the Running Knee Smash as his signatures. His finishers are the Sister Abigail, but he calls it the rest in H, I'm going to say. And the Straight Jacket Lock, which is the Devil's Way, which is pretty much a lock like a camel clutch, but it's like that. Entrance themed, it always has been Demons by Imagine Dragons. Why I made him, again, I love mythology, and Hellhounds is another one I like for mythology. Also Teen Wolf as well. And lastly, because the Little Wolf gimmick is pretty much linked through this, so it's kind of like Finn Balor and the Demon. And it's like, if he has to, he can go a little bit darker than Little Wolf and go to Hellhound. And special info, if you watch my Rise of the Dog Pound on Facebook, he has made an appearance one time on there. And number 5, Johnny Blaze, formerly known as Black Crow. His signatures are the Beautiful Disaster and the Grounded Running Big Boot. His finishers are the Famouser, which he calls the Blazin', and the Double Underhook DDT, which he uses as his attire of Black Crow, and he calls it the Crow's Wings. And his entrance theme originally was Evil Twin by Eminem, but now it is Heart of a Warrior by Desiree Rascal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I made him because he's like Clark Kent. This guy is the normal form of the persona Black Crow. However, if he has to, he can go to the Black Crow character, which the Black Crow character is pretty much the same body, it just has face paint on him. And special info, the name Johnny came from one of my favorite movies, The Outsiders, and Blaze came from mythology, because of Hellhound and the Phoenix and all that. And the last persona of mine is Apocalypse, and this is my newest one. The signatures are the Single Lift Underhook DDT, which he calls the Zombie Killer, and the Moonlight Drive, which he calls the Dead Rising. Finishers are the double underhook DDT, which he calls the Grave Digger, and Snap DDT, which he calls the Zombie Bite. His entrance theme is Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Why I made him: I love zombies, I love zombie movies and TV shows like The Walking Dead. He also comes from influences from multiple face paints and types of Finn Balor. And I always like the name Apocalypse for a wrestler. I think it would be awesome to actually have a real character named Apocalypse. And special info, part of my name for Apocalypse came from Backstreet Boys singer Nick Carter's movie Dead 7, who there was a woman on there named Apocalypta, and that pretty much started the whole persona Apocalypse. With that said, I'm going to end this out. The next Wrestletalk is Wrestletalk Lunatics, or pretty much people that play Lunatics on WWE. And they are, where I'll be talking about Dean Ambrose, Mick Foley, AJ Lee, and Bray Wyatt. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.